Andy No. Oh yeah, totally. Andy No. Twitter. Like, dude, look at these sources. National Review, Twitter. Finally, Life News. Desecration of, yeah, of course. A report from Ken Klippenstein over at The Intercept is finding that the FBI has a new target for their investigations. That target being abortion rights activists. Now you might be saying, well, yeah, obviously the woke Department of Justice is investigating real honest Americans. They're using the power of the justice system to take down conservatives and conservatism. Well, you'd actually be incorrect about that, because when I say abortion rights activists, I mean pro-abortion rights activists. Let's take a look. All right, let's see. FBI hunting a new domestic terror threat. Abortion rights activists after GOP pressure. FBI abortion terrorism investigation increased tenfold. Following a concerted effort by Republicans to pressure law enforcement agencies to target activists supporting the right to abortion, the FBI dramatically increased its caseload on abortion-related domestic terrorism. Last year, as the Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade sparked major protests nationwide, the FBI opened nearly 10 times as many investigations into cases of abortion-related domestic terrorism as it had in 2021. A new internal report reveals. While the report doesn't say how many of these incidents were motivated by support for reproductive rights and how many were anti-abortion, the uptick follows calls by top Republicans in Congress for the Bureau to pursue pro-abortion terrorism. Pro-abortion terrorism is sweeping our nation, Marco Rubio from Florida wrote in a column. Ooh. What do we have here? For the past 30 days, pro-abortion extremists called Jane's Revenge have urged people across the country to firebomb, vandalize, and harass. Roughly 50 such attacks have occurred. I'd love to see this. Churches. Sacred Heart of vandalized with My Body, My Choice. Okay. We have spray paint. That claim by Colorado anarchist group. Okay. Church's tabernacle was stolen. What does that have to do with anything? No idea. Also, I really love that a lot of these. Oh, yeah. Andy No. Oh, yeah, totally. Andy No. Twitter. Like, dude, look at these fucking sources. National Review, Twitter. Finally, Life News. Desecration of, yeah, of course. Like one of these. Oh, let's see. Catholic Church, Louisville, vandalized. Let's take a look. St. Louis Church in Louisville. When the fuck were what were these pictures taken from? Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Hold on. Dude, wait. Okay, 1 second. Like, dude, this picture looks like it was taken in the 1970s. Where's Google? There we go. That's what I want. Yeah. Hit me with it. Let's see. Visual matches. Yeah, like this picture. Yeah. No. I'm sorry. No, I do not believe this for like 2 seconds. Not for a second do I believe that. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Something smash and decapitated. Okay. Like, what's funny about a lot of this is like, let's see. Parishioners cling to faith after Catholic Church in Manhattan vandalized. Is there any, let's see, is there any evidence, Control F, Pro? Nope. They don't even mention abortion in the article. God, these guys are so fucking dishonest. Pro-abortion messages spray painted on church building. Cool. Again, okay. Harbor Church vandalized. Like, it's actually really funny because a lot of this is, no, stop. Fuck. Bastards. If abortion isn't safe, neither. Is that supposed to say you? I'm assuming that's, why is everyone writing like shit? Let's see. An extremist pro-abortion group bragged about vandalizing. Okay. Cool. We got one. Cool. Let's see. Calvary. Yeah, it seems like in specifically Olympia, Washington is one group. Saints vandalize. Also, Life News. I wonder. Yep, it's literally just a site that's just, yeah. It's just a pro-life site. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Let's see. Catholic News. Yeah, like when it's not Twitter, it's a bunch of politically motivated articles. Politically motivated sites. Rubio condemns weak response to pro-abortion. Don't care. National, let's see. National chaos is exactly what the person who leaked Supreme Court opinion draft overturning Roe v. Wade was hoping for. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, continuing. Column last June lamenting that only after the outcry from the pro-life community did the FBI announce an investigation into Jane's Revenge, a small group of activists that firebombed an anti-abortion pregnancy center on June 7th in 2021, and that the Attorney General, quote, has yet to launch a wider DOJ investigation while conceding no one has been killed or seriously injured. Rubio said things will only get worse before they get better. Well, maybe you shouldn't have taken away people's rights. Maybe. Rubio's column cited roughly 50 attacks on anti-abortion activists in institutions linking to a list posted by an anti-abortion family research council. Apart from the actions of Jane's Revenge, most of the cases enumerated describe simple vandalism. And yeah, and also are like anything on Twitter is unverified. Senator Chuck Grassley from Iowa similarly urged the Bureau to go after so-called pro-choice extremists, responding to the current threat of pro-abortion violent extremism will require the FBI to continue its efforts to identify and investigate cases of abortion-related violence across our country at a high rate. What do they mean, abortion-related violence? I mean, if you're asking me, the only abortion-related violence is the fact that we are forcing women to give birth to children they might not want and might not have the resources to care for. Grassley wrote in a June 27th letter to FBI Director Christopher Wray last year. As vice chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee, let's do dark mode actually, the then ranking member of the Judiciary Committee, respectively, both of which oversee the FBI, Rubio and Grassley were both in a position to influence Bureau leadership, and it appears the Bureau listened. Oh yeah, and like, you want to talk about the fucking politicization of the FBI? Like, yeah, the fact that senators have an oversight committee, yeah, no, get the fuck out of here. The FBI's abortion-related terrorism investigations jumped from 3 cases in the fiscal year 2021 to 28 in 2022, a higher increase than any other category listed, according to an audit published by the Department of Justice Office of the Inspector General on June 6th. The number of abortion-related cases in 2022 far exceeds that of all previous years, including in the audit going back to 2017. In the same time frame, FBI investigations into racially or ethnically motivated extremists decreased from 215 to 169. Investigations into anti-government, authority declined even more sharply from 812 to 240. In fact, the only other category to see an increase in cases was animal rights and environmental, which underwent a modest increase from 7 to 9. Like the idea that anti-government and anti-authority, like the idea that also like racially or ethnically motivated extremist groups are less, what's the word I'm looking for? Um are less worthy of investigation than some people like vandalizing some places. Kind of crazy. Because say what you want about like private property vandalization, people who are like ethnic extremists are not looking for vandalism. They're looking to create an ethno state. They're looking to genocide people. Like that is the end goal, whether they want to own up to it or not. Again, the report does not specify what proportion of the cases are motivated by support for reproductive rights or anti-abortion views. Asked about the specific breakdown, the FBI did not respond to a request for comment, but the testimony before the Senate on November 17th of last year, Ray revealed that the vast majority of the Bureau's investigations are focused on violence against anti-abortion individuals or organizations. Since the Dobbs Act decision, probably in the neighborhood of 70% of our abortion-related violence cases or threats cases are cases of violence or threats against pro-life. Ray said, now we have quite a number of investigations as we speak into attacks or threats against pregnancy resource centers, faith-based organizations, and other pro-life organizations. But experts say that the vast majority of serious violence in abortion-related cases is carried out by individuals trying to stop people from having abortions. From 1993 to 2016, 11 murders and 26 attempted murders were carried out by anti-abortion advocates. According to NARAL Pro-Choice California. In contrast, Michael German, a former FBI agent and fellow from the Brennan Center for Justice's Liberty and National Security Program, said that he was not aware of a single case of serious bodily injury caused by abortion rights advocates. There is a long history of deadly anti-abortion violence in this country. The FBI should not devote counterterrorism resources to vandalism cases that don't threaten human life out of some flawed notion of parity. Oh yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. The idea that you're gonna have the FBI investigate some fucking like spray paint, like spare me. Counterterrorism resources should be directed to the most serious threats, while the Department of Homeland Security defines domestic terrorism such that it, quote, must be dangerous to human life or critical infrastructure. The FBI does not have this requirement. Mere vandalism and property damage, while crimes that might deserve state and local police attention, should not be treated as terrorism. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Since the Bureau collapses both anti-abortion and abortion rights into the same abortion-related threat category and doesn't collect data on specific incidents, they exercise considerable discretion in determining which side to investigate. That's part of why the FBI resists collecting data on domestic terrorism incidents. It frees them to target by bias and ideologies they oppose rather than the data regarding actual acts of violence. As the global war on terror draws down, the FBI is increasingly focused its attention domestically. In 2021, the Bureau more than doubled its domestic terrorism caseload, according to Senate testimony by Ray, who warned that domestic terrorism was metastasizing across the country. Yeah, and I'd love to know from which ideological poll a lot of that domestic terrorism is coming from. While the January 6th uprising is an obvious driver, as the Bureau's focus on individuals supporting reproductive rights makes clear, its domestic terrorism investigations are targeted at both the right and left alike. Ray's Senate testimony noted that the uptick in their domestic terrorism investigations began in the spring of 2020, when civil unrest arose in response to the George Floyd murder. Yeah, like the fact that you would like see an uptick in domestic terrorism after the George Floyd murders is basically like, oh, an admission that, yeah, we saw like mass protests around the country due to, haven't they, if I remember correctly, they did like an investigation through the FBI into the Minneapolis. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, because wasn't it Minneapolis? FBI, Minneapolis. I think it was Minneapolis. Minneapolis police. Was it not Minneapolis? Let's see. No, give me news. Investigation into incident at Corbin trans rights not FBI conduct Court authorized investigation of ever. God damn it! I don't remember what fucking state it was. Police department. Let's see, I used a cop with pink hair to. Okay. God damn it! I can't find the one I'm looking for. Whatever, it's fine. But either way, yeah, like that's kind of like, yeah, people have a right to protest. I think there's been a big push in right wing media to trump up a fear of pro choice violence, like they did with Antifa. German said agents are probably influenced by it. I mean, at the end of the day, these people aren't like at the end of the day, whenever you employ people, you are going to get you're going to get bias. Like no matter what, you're going to end up getting bias in one form or another. But you know the thing that they tell, like at the end of all YouTube videos where they tell you to like click on one of these like things to watch more videos. Yeah, I've been meaning to film one of those. So that's what I was doing. I was just setting it up to